Nearly a month after the Democratic primary, District 3 freeholder Jeff Dublin went on the record with Hudson County View about his recent election loss. He also answered questions about friends not supporting him, the current state of black politics in Jersey City, and his future as an elected official.
And if we look at the past election, to run on the line means a lot in this community, because a lot of times you could go out there and campaign as hard as you want, but people go into the polling area that may just go straight down the line, and so once they get down the line, they be like, oh, I didn't want to vote for that person. I wanted to vote for who, Jeff Dublin. And so when we look at this whole election, I just think that if we would have had able to raise just a little bit more money and do the two mailers, we could have identified more and educated more voters on who Jeff Dublin has always, been, far as this, this community.
I followed up by asking him how it felt to see personal friends Jermaine Robinson and Assemblyman Charles Maynor endorse the eventual winner, Jerry Balmier, and whether he would vote for Balmier in the general election.
I went out for Jermaine Robinson. I campaigned hard. I stood up nights and nights, late nights, put my family on hold to help out a friend. And to see a friend turn his back on me, I just have to take their approach. When it comes to election, if they're running an election, it's just best for me to just stay out of it. Just stay out of it, because it may be beneficial for the community to have a united front, because sometimes a seat may be up and the person who they're running for that seat may not be suitable for that seat, and at least we know what we got. But I won't, physically come out and campaign for, none of them guys, because I put everything on the line for these guys, and they did nothing. I was a city employee, right? When Jermaine was running, he quit. He quit in a runoff, which he was 60 votes only short of winning this thing. And I'm sure if we would have went out and campaigned, the end result was he could have been a councilman. Maynor, he's been my childhood friend. We used to hang out on Bergen Avenue. We were friends, and I guess his position is he's up next year. So he's worrying about Maynor, not worrying about the effect that this was going to have on a whole community. Well, I'm a Democrat, and I've always been a Democrat. I have 10 votes in my household who are Democrats, and so we're going to look to support Democrats in this upcoming election.
I ended by asking Freeholder Dublin about the current state of black politics in Jersey City and his future as an elected official.
We're too separated in this community, and black elected official, and this didn't start with me. This way before I even got elected. Some of the past people who were elected, just sitting down at the table and coming up with a agenda that's going to suit our community. And until we can address some of them problems amongst ourselves and sitting at a table, because it ain't about Jeff Dublin, it shouldn't be about any other black elected official. It should be about the people who we serve in this community, making sure that they can get the services, delivered. We're too divided in this community, and until we stop this division and come down and sit at a table and start talking about the things that not affect me but affect this whole community, then that's when you're going to see a unified black elected officials working together. Unfortunately, a lot of people just do not come out and vote, and so we have to steer this community on making sure that they come out and vote. The last time we had a big turnout was when Glenn Cunningham became mayor of Jersey City. This ward produced almost 9,000 votes. This ward elected the first African-American mayor of Jersey City, and so we must continue working in this ward to strengthen the numbers up, to rid this community of some of the things that keep people in the house. So we're going to continue doing that. You will hear from me from the future. I think my reign in county government is, it's time for me to move into, a different part of government, and so we're going to look to plan to do that.
I'm Michael Shuren with Hudson County View, the eye of the community.